What's up guys, Houndish here, and today Xur has returned to Destiny 2 for the weekend of the 10th of September, and we can see right here that he is in the European Dead Zone, in the Winding Cove up on the cliff, which is fairly easy to find. Also, Trials returns to the game this weekend, so it's now live, and of course there are some pretty significant changes to loot systems, so be sure to check that out. Alright, and so, for Xur this week, for the quick skim, we've got the exotic engram as always, Monte Carlo is the featured exotic weapon, and then we have the Liar's Handshake for the Hunters, with a total stat roll of 59 right there. Helm of Saint 14 for the Titans, total stat roll of 62, leaning towards resilience and intellect, and then we've got Claws of Ahamkara for Warlocks, with a total stat roll of 63, leaning towards recovery and strength. Might be half decent, I suppose, if you don't have one with very good stats. And then otherwise, for the legendary stuff this week, let's take a bit of a look. We've got the 7th Seraph Carbine with auto-loading holster and rangefinder. We also have the Officer Revolver with pulse monitor and feeding frenzy, so some interesting rolls potentially. We've got the Last Dance with threat detector and rangefinder, the Timeline's Vertex with firmly planted and demolitionist, and then the Long Shadow with hipfire grip and rampage, as well as Honor's Edge with balance guard, tireless blade and shattering blade. But also Frozen Orbit, and this one's got surplus and box breathing, and that does it for the kind of main traits that are rolled out on these weapons. Of course, you can check any of them out in further detail if you're interested. I'm also seeing the Forged Machinist set right here on the Titan, and we got any standout stat rolls? Nothing particularly crazy. We do have 63 on the Gauntlets with a fairly high strength roll, so maybe something to check out on Titans, but of course, you can check in on your other characters to see if he has anything useful. And there is also the quest right here for the exotic cipher for the week. So that's the quick look at all of the stuff Xur has in terms of legendaries. Of course, Elias Handshake has cross counter, and using your arc melee ability or being hit by a melee attack will allow you to follow up with an extremely powerful melee counterpunch that will heal you. So a pretty fun one right there. The Helm of Saint 14 has Starless Night, and enemies that enter Ward of Dawn are blinded, while allies that pass through gain an overshield, and guarding with Sentinel Shield, will blind nearby enemies. And then Claws of Ahamkara simply has the Whispers, where you gain an additional melee charge. It does have potentially a useful role for certain kind of builds and things like that. But otherwise, that does it for Xur inside of Destiny 2, guys. Let us know if you're grabbing anything off him this week. In D1, though, he's got the Graviton Forfeit, a Legacy Primary Engram, as well as No Land Beyond, the Starfire Protocol, and Thagamizers, so you can hunt him down if you are still collecting. But otherwise, guys, that's what we have to round up for Xur this weekend. So have fun if you do jump into Trials. If you're new to the channel, though, and you want to stay up to date with the world of Destiny 2, be sure to get subscribed and I'll keep you posted. But otherwise, I hope you guys have an awesome weekend.